Hey guys, excuse me, I'm a little worn. It's the end of the day, but I made a promise that I was going to make a video and I actually forgot to do it. And so here it is. I had a lot of people ask me how I got my kids and other people to believe me when I found out that I was being targeted. Well, obviously at first when I became overtly targeted, I didn't know what was going on. And so I kind of did the same thing all of you guys do, that we've all done, and that was like hurry up and panic and like try to like show everybody, oh my God, look at this, do you see what's happening? And of course they're like, we don't know what you're talking about, we don't, and you know, kind of get a little nervous and scared and start looking at you like you're batshit, or they're in on it and a part of your targeting and a part of the problem. So the only family members I came out of the shit show with was my children. Now, I have a 16-year-old, a 22-year-old son, and a 27-year-old daughter. And obviously the overt targeting happened when they were younger, about 5 years ago. So my daughter was the first one to kind of hang in there tough, right? She, my 27-year-old, she didn't really understand or didn't know what was going on, but I have a very close relationship with all three of my kids. And so, they, even though they were confused and upset and scared, they weren't quick to just kind of throw me to the curb, you know, as being Looney Tunes. Now, there was probably some moments where she thought I was, but there were some key things that happened during my targeting that, I want to let you guys know that convinced her, and subsequently the other two. And that was when I decided to separate from my kids because I thought I was protecting them. I thought I was keeping them safe because I knew that I was in danger. That was the worst mistake that I could have made. Do not separate. Do not separate from your kids, from the people that you're around, unless obviously they separate from you. And then obviously you can't control that. When we were all together and I was trying to show them evidence of, and like security video footage and things like that, I kind of had to slow it down because I knew that they weren't seeing everything that I was seeing. So the only thing I was showing them was things that were actually verifiable and quantifiable, which means like the hacking. That was obvious. That was happening. I could show proof of that. They knew that. They were old enough to understand that, right? They could see my health was declining, but they really didn't understand why. And when I was trying to explain to them that there was something happening and something going on, they really didn't understand. It wasn't until I actually went to the emergency room and was treated for severe electrocution. They obviously knew something was happening, but didn't know what. When I was trying to show them security video footage, I didn't try to show them every little thing. I only showed them like the money, like stuff that was like really good and really convincing. So obviously at first, everybody just thought it was my psychotic ex, which a lot of us know, and I found out that he was actually my handler. So, you know, finding evidence, figuring everything out, we understood that it wasn't just him, that it was obviously, he was part of it, but there was a whole network of people. So the best thing I can tell you is just slow it down. Quit trying to get them to see everything that you see, because they're not going to. They're either not going to in the beginning or they don't want to. And that's the biggest pill to swallow, is if somebody doesn't want to see it, generally it's because they're a part of it. If they just can't see it, quit trying to browbeat them and force them to see it, because it's not fair to them and it's scary. They're as scared as you are, they're just as terrified. So only try to show them things that you can absolutely prove are happening. Quit running them through the speculation, quit running them through the data digging, quit running them through all that. And there's so much information out there now about TIs. There's so many resources. Like, give them the stuff that they can digest. Being on the TSDB and sold for, you know, profit, that's easy to understand. So go with easy first and then gradually get them into the more out there on the fringes complicated stuff. Okay, so just take it easy on them, slow it down, and stop freaking out in front of them. It's the best thing you can do.